Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Shekhar Iyer. Today I have with me Shekhar Iyer ji, and we are going to talk about the other enclave that took place yesterday, in addition to the one that took place in Bengaluru. One was the NDA, the other one was I.n.d.i.a. So to understand both, compare and contrast, which looks more upbeat, all that and more, let us welcome Shekhar Iyer ji. But before that, please like this video so that it has the best chance of going viral. Shekhar ji, namaskar and welcome to P Guru's channel.
Namaskar, Shekhar ji. Namaskar. Very good morning to viewers in India and good evening to viewers in America.
Shekhar ji, you can start in whichever order, sir. Whichever enclave you want to start, you can start with that, and then you can lead us to compare and contrast with the two enclaves that took place.
Well, sir, it's Tuesday. July 18th was indeed, I would say, a very important date for Indian politics, because you had a gathering in Bengaluru where you saw friends turned foes, foes turned friends, again friends turned foes, all on one stage, trying to work out something, because their common problem, their common enemy is Prime Minister Modi, his government, the central agencies like the Enforcement Directorate, the Central Bureau of Investigation, whom they actually said are allies of, are the additional members of the National Democratic Alliance. They didn't even mince words as to the threat they were facing. These are all allies of the NDA. And of course, yes, sir.
Shekhar ji, who are they kidding? Congress used to use CBI also and ED to twist the arms and legs of just about everybody. Whether it was Samajwadi Party or DMK, these guys used to ride roughshod on their regional partners with whom now they are, in bed.
Sir, what do I do? My ministers are being raided. They have got foreign currencies worth 70 lakhs. What do I do? These are all, this is the kind, all my, I can't even say it my past sins or past karma, but, it's too much heat. And Stalin thinks because he went to Bangalore, the raid happened. It is to prevent him from attending the opposition meetings. Now there is one more minister lined up, sir. Aditya Radhakrishnan is
Radhakrishnan. Yes.
another minister is lined up. Sir, the problem is these parties have allowed their leaders to accumulate this kind of financial resources. I'm using euphemism to be on the safe side of the law. These financial resources which are to be used, a portion of it is supposed to be used in the elections, Lok Sabha elections, and perhaps the next assembly elections. So nothing about DMK or its minister surprising, but the anguish and anxiety. Otherwise, what is common between Mamata, Arvind Kejriwal, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Lalu, Nitish? What is common, sir? There is nothing common. Of course, Nitish hasn't had any ED or CBI thing on him, but then the company he keeps, he has to go by what the company feels. And so what we saw yesterday was nothing but, sir, the whole day, after a whole day's deliberations. I'm coming to the Bangalore meeting first. What we saw was they came with a new acronym, that is, as you had difficulty in saying, I.n.d.i.a. This India, they are thinking that the best way to puncture BJP would be to, try to attack its affinity, or if they attack its the plank of nation first. So thereby bringing India versus, BJP. But then I think there are problems with that. Already I get to hear from, because this is supposed to be Rahul Gandhi's idea. We have had the Congress leaders telling us that this is actually a grand idea of the Rahul, because this also emerged from his experience in the Bharat Jodo Yatra, that in the course of his travel through Bharat, he saw that they were all BJPs opposed to India. Now people are asking, why can't you could have better said Bharat that is India, or India that is Bharat? So I think the people are just about confused, because the targeted audience, if you're looking at that particular left radical ecosystem, to whom and who have I've been talking about this idea of India being demolished, idea of India being gone to waste in the last 9 years under Prime Minister Modi. Well, to them this may seem appealing, but to the voters at large, I mean, what does it mean? What are you exactly attacking? Because there is nothing specific. Because this is more about democracy. We are not interested in prime ministership. All these yesterday, sir. You had Karge saying we are not interested in prime minister. We all have altruistic goals. We want to save India. But then the CBI is breathing down our neck, ED is breathing down our neck. So that is why we want to save India. So, there is a mixture of messages that was sought to be conveyed. But even early in the morning itself, you saw Prime Minister going all guns. He says, look, these guys are changing labels because first the idea was it should be called Progressive Democratic Alliance. Now, why is Congress hesitant to use the old name, United Progressive Alliance 3? UPA 1 you had in 2004. Then in 2009 you called it UPA 2, United Progressive Alliance 2. In UPA 1 you had to depend on left. UPA 2 was on its own. They didn't need the left support. Now, after 2 terms of UPA, I don't know why they have come up with this I.n.d.i.a. I do not know. I mean, this acronym business, I don't know how it is going to work, because Prime Minister was quick yesterday, because in the evening he had a meeting of these allies, which I think was a very, very straight and plain talk, and he seemed to speak his mind very clearly. So the very important point that emerged, which was to answer the critics also BJP, that why is BJP now talking of NDA? What did he do all these 9 years? Because this is what even Kharge mentioned. Prime Minister made it a point to answer this when he addressed this gathering of leaders in Delhi, where he specifically said, yes, in these 9 years, we have not been able to touch with you. I have not been able to get in touch with you. But I sincerely apologize. I had no ill intention. He answered it straight, because why are you going? Sir, there is a difference between this I.n.d.i.a, because I don't want to call it India and confuse our viewers. And this acronym versus what India is planning is completely different. Now, the Prime Minister idea of calling this India, sir, this is something we must get it clear, because I do not think the BJP is jittery. I don't think BJP is worried about numbers, because I'm going to come with certain points to show you why BJP is not worried about it. But BJP has an ambition. That ambition is to show that their mandate of 2024 is larger than the mandate of 2019, just as the 2019 mandate was larger than 2014. This ambition to prove a point that a third term for our Prime Minister is really far more impressive than 2019. So that is the main drive in this. Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm going to coin this. It's much easier to roll off the tongue. 5 dots. Please continue, sir.
Yeah. So the whole problem is, sir, this attempt in Bengaluru was tried to stitch together mandate in the hope that each of them can contribute something and claim a mandate. And whereas the BJP's attempt here is to enlarge the mandate. They are sure of their numbers. I mean, to form a government again, I don't think in the BJP there is any doubt. But, BJP never takes chances. You have seen that. That is how under Prime Minister Modi, they never take chances when it comes to election. But the drive and the desire is to have a larger mandate and show, look, the more and more people have supported us. And also the Prime Minister set a goal yesterday, which is we must get more than 50% votes. We will come back with 50% vote. So, sir, the kind of energy that the Prime Minister revealed yesterday, I think to the new allies who have come in and to also others and to the opposition also, there is no sense of despondency or worry or fear or anything of that sort. I mean, that is coming out clear. And there are reasons for that. Because, sir, these opposition meetings are not required. All that is required is Congress has to revive itself. Because in what did we see in 2019, BJP won 224 out of the required 272. 272 is the midway mark. This is the magic figure you need to form a government. Now, out of 272 that is required, in at least 224 seats, they got more than 50% votes, which is in 2014 they had 136 seats like that, in which they had more than 50% votes. So now BJP worry is not about that, but if the Congress really wants to bring down BJP, they have to look at winning though at least 200 seats, and most of these seats where BJP got more than 50%, these are all direct fights with Congress. Yes, sir.
Shekharji, there's an important point that he is making without saying it in so many words. In the United States and in many democracies, the winner has to poll more than 50% vote. You see where I'm going with this? If, let us say, it's a three-way fight, the top two have to have a runoff election, and the winner will be, because it's only two people, then one of them will definitely get more than 50%. So that is what I think he's trying to say. Look, our democracy is just as vibrant, not only in need, but also in deed, and it is the same quality as yours, so stop whining. I think that's what I think, sir. Please go ahead.
But Shreyaji, in our system, in the Indian electoral system, it is
First past the post.
So therefore, I mean, he who gets even 32% vote, and if the others are far below him, and if there are 5 candidates in a constituency, the one who gets even 20% votes, 25% vote, 30% vote will be declared winner. So, in fact, many opposition parties have been saying that the vote should be calculated in proportion of the percentage rather than
Germany
first
has
past
that.
the post. Yeah,
Germany has that. Half of them are elected, the other half are based on the percentage of votes you
in
poll.
fact, Sitaram Yechuri did say about that. But sir, it is always the loser who wants all these changes, because the winner is happy. But definitely in these the points, the constituencies that I mentioned, where if there are more than 224 constituencies where and also, sir, in 2019 there is one more another statistics for our understanding. BJP won 105 seats, where the margin of victory was itself 3 lakhs.
Wow.
3 lakhs. And in a parliamentary constituency where the total voters may be close to 10 lakhs, that's 1 million voters, and you have BJP winning 300,000 votes margin. So you can see the kind of popularity in 2019. Of course, you can argue that 2024 will not be 2019. There are chances that BJP, the popularity has dipped. So you can say that. But what is happening is, sir, most of the states from where the BJP won last time, whether it is Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, or parts of Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka. No, these are the states which have seen a lot of political changes. So one can argue that, well, the Congress could reverse the table. But can Congress really reverse the table? Because that's the big question. So all these meetings, because we are told the next meeting will be in Mumbai, opposition meeting. And in Mumbai, I think what they are doing is every month they are holding a meeting and making small incremental announcements. Like Bangalore meeting saw the announcement of this 5 dots, to use your term.
You caught on.
and 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 in Bombay they are going to announce probably a 11-member committee, but still no convener. And sir, very interestingly, I do not know why they did not attend the press conference. The Sonia Gandhi was not there, Stalin was not there, and Lalu, Nitish were not there. And I mean, the final press conference, at least probably they thought they could be subjected to some questions as to who is their prime ministerial candidate or who is there. And Stalin, probably he feared question may be asked by the Bengaluru press about what is the stand on Mahagathbandhan. And in the presence of D.K. Shivkumar, who has already said they are going ahead with that project on Kaveri to provide drinking water to Bengaluru. So I mean, they avoided the press conference. So and who were allowed to speak? And those who are allowed to speak are who are.
We have accidentally lost Shekharji. It could be powered down. He'll be right back. So before that, may I request all of you to like our channel. So far, I think the numbers are, we have about 950 of you watching it, and only 190 or so have liked this video. See, what is happening is the internet gods are not happy that you're not liking our video. Therefore, they have cut off my guest. And these days, I don't know why, every time a guest joins us, there is more drops than continuous thing. Here he is back again. Go ahead, sir.
There was a disruption. So I'm sorry about it. What I'm saying is, these people could have been present in the press conference. Sonia Gandhi, Stalin, Nitish Kumar, Lalu. And probably Lalu was, carted away because Sonia Gandhi was very upset with his remarks on Rahul Gandhi's marriage at the end of the last meeting in Patna. She didn't want to hear another thing about Rahul's, marital prospects. So I didn't think she really wanted that. But what we are saying is,
sir, while we are on that, while we are on that, who was that astra aimed at? Nitish Kumar or Rahul Gandhi?
You mean Lalu's remarks last time?
Yes. That was an astra. Yes.
A piece of unsolicited advice to Rahul Gandhi. And Rahul Gandhi, to his credit, he managed that. Ducked that question, I must say, because he said yes. Because Lalu was saying, you must follow your mother's advice. Because your mother tells me you're not listening to her, that kind of remarks. But that took off the complete sheet of that Patna thing. So the whole attempt of Bengaluru was to bring more seriousness. Now, but the seriousness has also brought about a lot of contradictions. Because, sir, there were two set of allies at this opposition unity meeting. I would call two groups rather. One who are already allies of the Congress. There are 16 parties. They include DMK, MDMK, your 𝙜𝙧𝙤𝙬𝙬𝘀𝘀, then you had Janata Dal United, that is Nitish Kumar, RJD represented by Lalu and Tejasvi, CPI, CPM, then CPI-ML was also present. Yesterday also they were present. RSP, Forward Bloc. Then when we come to NCP, now you have to say NCP within bracket, Sharad Pawar, one person, as symbolized by one person. And then you had Shiv Sena, that is Uddhav Thackeray faction. You had Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, you had Muslim League, you had the Kerala Congress represented by the Joseph Group. Now there was a second group, which is where the whole focus has been, which is you had the Trinamool Congress, Mamata Banerjee, you had Aam Aadmi Party, that is Arvind Kejriwal, then you had RLD, that is Jayant Chaudhary, who is still debating should he be here or there. He has an Hamlet's problem. Then you had National Conference and PDP, and Kerala Congress Money Group. Now, this new group is supposed to make a difference to the opposition unity, but the contradictions are too much. Is the Congress planning to enter into alliance with these parties to minimize its losses? Because other worry is also that these regional parties are also feeling that if they do not join hands with the Congress, which is a very serious problem for them, if they do not join with they may lose Muslim votes. After what has happened in Karnataka, these regional parties, including Mamata, including Arvind Kejriwal, there is a fear in them that, look, Muslim vote seems to be now with the Congress. So we cannot afford to be seen as opposing anything that Congress does. Now, for all practical purposes and for all political purposes, it's very clear this move for opposition unity is entirely a Congress show. No more. Nitish has taken the backstage. Nitish did whatever preparations he had to do, the initial announcements. Now, the master of this whole conductor of this orchestra is now the Congress. And the conductor is Sonia Gandhi. Let us not have any doubt, though. Kharge is now being projected as a prime minister material. I have seen some efforts being made by some Congress managers in the media to see that, they write about Kharge as Kharge will make a good choice. How Kharge being a Dalit, and that to a rich Dalit, can be a good counter to a prime minister's, chaiwala background. These attempts are being made now to show that Kharge, it's ultimately going to be Kharge.
Yes, so, one unsolicited invitation. Kharge speaks my Boli, Hyderabadi Boli. He speaks it very well. So I would like to give him an invite to come on P. Guru's channel and show us his vision for India as the prime ministerial candidate. And the bonus is we will both converse in Hyderabadi. That will be a big bonus because the rest of the country will follow what Hyderabadi is. Such a rich mixture of Persian, Urdu, Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, Marathi, just about everything you can throw in there. and then it comes out.
Shreyar ji, if you interview him in private, he will be blunt to the point saying, what vision, what vision? Arey, they wanted me to be here, I am here. No vision. Just if the BJP goes, we all can, breathe easy. That's all. No big vision. So, that maybe is probably he would say it in Hyderabadi style. You would know better how that is said in Hyderabadi style, with a sense of
मैं क्या
pure
बोलूं? I'll tell you how it is. मैं क्या बोलूं? उठो बोले तो उठता हूं, बैठो बोले तो बैठता हूं. मेरे कई को भाई. Go ahead.
I think you said it. You said it. So, but the question is, I mean, they say that devil is always in the details, and in the case of opposition unity, that will be the problem, because even as Congress was first rather with a with a revolver on their head, they were forced to accept, declare support for the ordinance. And otherwise, Aam Aadmi Party would not have turned up Bangalore beat. Now, after that, Arvind Kejriwal turning up and saying Congress did a great job. Now, there are two states what the local Congress leaders are going to do. Punjab. Sir, Punjab has 13 Lok Sabha seats. And out of the 13, today, 7 sitting MPs of Punjab, they belong to the Congress. Now, with the victory that Aam Aadmi Party has had in Punjab, for Congress, it is a direct fight with Aam Aadmi Party in the parliamentary elections for those 13 Lok Sabha seats. Now, what is going to happen? And similarly, Delhi has 7 Lok Sabha seats, and those 7 Lok Sabha seats are with BJP. Sir, in fact, Saurabh Bharadwaj, a senior Aam Aadmi Party leader, has said it in so many words. Look, you give up Delhi and Punjab. A kind of an I would say a minimum the minimum common program or minimum common agenda, as they say. You give up Delhi and Congress, Delhi and Punjab. We will not contest in Madhya Pradesh or in Rajasthan. Now, the assumption is that the status of Aam Aadmi Party in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh is similar to the condition of the Congress in Punjab and Delhi. This many Congress leaders would consider very unfair estimation of their actual strength in Delhi as well as in Punjab. Of course, Punjab now, a lot of Congress leaders have gone to the BJP. But I do not know whether Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi or their managers have really looked at this. They are so obsessed with, somehow we must get Modi out from the scene, that they are willing to enter into all kinds of, kind of understanding. But an understanding they may have difficulty in explaining to the cadre. Because how do you explain all the situation? So the bigger issue is, now, will there be a repeat of scene like 1978? If you believe the opposition narrative that they are trying to, see that it catches on. That's what we saw the attempts being made in Bengaluru, which is that the Prime Minister's popularity is so bad, we are going to see a repeat of 1978, rather 1977. After the emergency was lifted and Indira Gandhi called elections, people just want Indira Gandhi out. There was no meaningful opposition unity as such. It was a call by Jayaprakash Narayan. Parties came together and they hardly had a month to prepare for election. But the people's rejection of Indira Gandhi saw to it some combination came. You had the call was given by Jayaprakash Narayan, and then there was a boat club rally, and then you saw all coming together. The Jan Sangh, the left parties, the Congress all the Congress organization rather, they all came together, and that is how you had a stage where there was Morarji Desai, Atalji, Advaniji, George Fernandez, Madhulli Maye, Raj Narayan, Charan Singh, all kinds of combination put together. Now, will the PM's popularity go down so much in the next few months by March of 2024 that you will see a repeat of 1978, which is what the opposition is hoping? That I would see a great leap of confidence and faith if they think that will happen, if this narrative continues. But the indicators are not such, whether it is social indicators, political indicators, or even your other economic indicators are not such that people are so upset with Prime Minister that they want BJP out at any cost. I don't think that kind of scenario is right now looming large. So that's one point. Now, the second thing is, what is the Congress plan actually to win 200 seats? Sir, you may have any number of opposition meetings. You can have it every day. But unless the Congress is able to win 150 to 200 seats, how are they going to displace BJP? The BJP from 305, let us see the worst case scenario comes down to 250. Or even 230, say 230 seats. Or as opposition says, or Sharad Pawar says, we have to restrict it to 225. But without the Congress gaining, the similar number, how are you going to have an opposition arrangement? I mean, opposition attempt at staking claim to form government? Is the Congress ready with a plan where it can get so many seats? Now that they are leaving it to a very general thing. No, it will happen. People are upset. Every section is upset. So therefore, the BJP will go lock, stock and barrel. We will come automatically. I don't think it is easy, sir. I don't think. And what about the contradictions? Contradictions in Bengal, sir. Sir, the rank and file of Congress in Bengal, they are very upset. Even their senior most, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, they are so upset that Mamata is given such an importance in Bangalore meet. And of all, sir, yesterday's biggest surprise, for the first time, Mamata acknowledged the presence of a leader like Sitaram Yechury. When she addressed the press, she said she was addressing each one of them. She said, Sitaram Raja, that is reference to Daniel Raja of CPI, D. Raja. I mean, referring to each one of them.
You told the truth, sir. You told the truth. One time, his wife, Annie Raja, was on a program with me. Annie is Christian, no problem. Right? So, she kept saying D. Raja, D. Raja. I listened 3-4 times. And they said, why don't you give his full name as Daniel Raja? He says, no, don't drag my husband's name. This is not right. I said, he's a public figure. What is wrong in saying that? I heard that he has changed the name D to something else now. That's why I was smiling when he said Daniel Raja.
No, the point I am saying is the Mamata...
Doraisamy Raja now. He calls himself Doraisamy Raja, I think.
Sir, the fact that he is willing, so Mamata is willing to name these leaders. She would never do that before. And for whatever reason, I saw Yechury and Raja, they were playing a very low-profile approach. They were not seen to be very active, and they did not make any statements yesterday at the press conference. Unlike in Patna, Mamata spoke and left. After that, I heard D. Raja speak. But whereas here in Bangalore, they did not speak. Of course, the reason was everybody has a flight to catch and things like that. But
that's the lamest reason they can give, sir. They are all traveling in private aircraft. What the hell are they talking about?
Sir, somebody I saw on the Twitter researched the special aircraft that brought Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to Bengaluru. Yes. They looked at the VT number and said this is an aircraft probably belonging to one of the top industrialists. So, whose name figured during the Bofors scandal also.
Yes.
So you can
it safe. I take the name, sir. I think it is Hinduja anyway. I think that's what I read.
So one can see that the attempt is somehow, and Mamata is suddenly full of passion. She is all Mamata, as her name suggests, full of compassion and full of, the motherly feelings towards even communists. After her boys have beaten, hell out of the left workers in Bengal in that civic election. So with this kind of scenario, the whole thing is there can be any number of meetings, but the Congress has to revive. Now, are we seeing signs of Congress revival after victories in Himachal and Madhya Pradesh, in Karnataka? Well, the answer is open. Our figures remain crossed as to what is going to happen, because the opposition unity meetings as such will not contribute to the Congress prospects in Rajasthan or in Madhya Pradesh or in Telangana, because they don't add much. This is all, this kind of optics doesn't help in elections. But sir, on the other hand, the aggression that I saw in Prime Minister Modi's address to the NDA colleagues, that shows that he is willing to go to any extent. And I mean, he said it as per. He says, "Look, I'm going to do whatever it takes to, because this NDA alliance is not about forming government. This NDA alliance is not. We promise change, and we are effecting those change." I mean, that kind of clear-cut statement, sir, this will energize the cadres, the cadres of not only BJP, other supporting parties, because the Prime Minister doesn't talk in vague terms. He's talking of, I mean, and he was giving figures. He mentioned how the new multidimensional poverty index, and the kinds of figures that have come, that which show, they took 12 parameters, access to education, nutrition, then school attendance, access to housing, access to drinking water, access to toilets. These 12 parameters, and the Niti Aayog has come out with a survey report, which also goes more or less what the World Bank had said recently about the poverty figures in India. So you can see that Prime Minister always exudes an air of confidence, a sense of purpose. I think that will go a long way in whatever misgivings that could have happened to the rank and file or to the opposition alliance as to what the opposition is doing. I think that he set it right yesterday. And some of the important points in the speeches, even he gave a new term for NDA. That is also very interesting, where he spoke about NDA as it's about New India. He said it's about New India, and one can see that his level of confidence. N for New India, D for developed nation, and A for aspiration of the people. So that is something which the Prime Minister always talks about. Aspiration of the people. So the Modi is ready. I mean, he's not worked up, or he's not going to let opposition. So that you are going to see a lot of those aggression when the state assembly elections take place. And I think the Congress will have a tough time. And definitely there will be a tough time. And also, sir, the other problem, people are confused about this 5 dots as to, other allies. Of course, this is, everybody is critiquing Rahul Gandhi, as I said. They said this is a grand name that they have given, because there were even confusion about the D in that India. Somebody said democratic, then it was corrected as development India or developmental India or whatever.
Shekharji, one last question before we take questions from our viewers. This is from me. The Congress could come out and make some outrageous promises like Revdi. How will the BJP counter, in your opinion? And if I were BJP, I would make sure that I get hands on those ITM cards that had zero balance filled on them, and show that to people. Grab as many as you can, and then use that effectively to campaign across the country, saying that these people cheated you. They never had any intention of giving. I would do that. Your thoughts, sir?
Well, sir, in terms of practical politics, I think the Prime Minister would choose more ambiguous ways of fighting it directly, because this is too luring. We have seen voters in Himachal fall for it. We have seen voters in Karnataka fall for it. Of course, in Telangana, already KCR has tried some other tricks, and those tricks are still in operation. So Congress has to come with better tricks. But welfareism, as a political tool, this has been there all the time. So what we can see is the Prime Minister may say, look, a lot of it will be through direct benefit transfer. A lot of it would be through going to the actual people who need of them, rather than just dole out cash. That is not something the Prime Minister really is willing to say, and he is not willing to loosen his grip on the fiscal discipline. This is the 9 years. You have to credit the finance minister as well as the Prime Minister. When it comes to, they could have just splashed. They could have just done. They didn't do. And there was tremendous pressure in the period when they were recovering from COVID. When the economy was recovered, there was tremendous pressure. They were, even all your pink press was all saying, give money, give money. Just help all these. Of course, what they just chose to do was targeted help, in the sense, if MSMEs are having problems, see what can be done to relieve them. What kind of relief can be given to their financial stress. So there is a difficult thing, because opposition, I don't think they have any other greater thing best to lure voters by saying this is free, buy one, get one free, things like that. But there is a pressure, there is a rethinking among BJP as to how to counter this. And we are going to
Thank you
see
so
it
much,
first
sir.
in Madhya Pradesh. And we are going to see it in
Yes,
Madhya
yes.
Pradesh, Rajasthan, and
I mean,
Chhattisgarh.
they have a chance to fine tune their messaging also. So let's take some questions, sir. Appreciate it. There are quite a few questions, sir. Maybe 1 minute per answer. Go ahead and have the questions, please. Murali A wants to know: can some alliance keep country's name?
Well, some parties are, Congress is known as I.n.d.i.a, Indian National Congress. See, in the,
True.
so they already have Indian. But then if the 5 dots, they can say, while when you call it, you say India. So the whole idea is, you see, if the opposition feels that the Modi's affinity with Bharat, Modi's affinity with nation first concept, they want to break that. They want to show that the Prime Minister Modi has actually worked against India. Prime Minister Modi has worked against the common Indians. That is a narrative that they want to. That's why this coming up with this acronym. But you have already seen the counter the PM has already given. What NDA will be, the new India, and aspiration. Simply, the Prime Minister keeps on talking about aspirations. So of course, elections are not purely won by using acronyms or just on the basis of trying to sell some grand ideas. Elections will have to be fought in every constituency, sir. And Lok Sabha elections have always been, every constituency is a general election.
Thank you, sir. Next question, please. Alpha Jam 26. So is BJP going to name its alliance Bharat?
Well, I don't think there will be any name change because already BJP's the B in the BJP is BhartiyaR. So I don't think there will be any name change.
Next one, please. Shiv Kumar wants to know: please ask Shekhar Iyer ji, the name India cannot be kept as alliance name. It can be legally challenged.
So I don't think the BJP is going to waste time going to the court, or any supporter of BJP would do that. I mean, I don't think they would do that. They would rather, take it as a fun way of fighting the opposition alliance on the streets with punning on this I.n.d.i.a or 5 dots.
Next one, please. Srinivas Jayaprakash wants to know: namaste, sir. Will YCP, BRS, AIMIM, and BJD form a third front? Will this leave TDP as a political orphan?
No, sir. Srinivaji, I don't think they will do anything before the Lok Sabha elections results come out. Because
I think
BJD
these guys know their strengths. They'll just use that to win as many seats as possible,
possible.
and then look
Yes,
at what happens afterwards.
absolutely, absolutely.
Simple strategy. Yeah. Anant Nagesh wants to know a suggestion. Most P-Guru's guests are in other podcasts, alternate media, Jaipur Dialogue. Given same motive, why not a media Gathbandhan to reach larger audiences? Anandji, it's slightly different. We try to keep it a little bit more at an intellectual level if you look at it. And I'm not saying the others are not. It's difficult to get everything together. Different countries, different type of viewpoints. We will have an enclave of sorts. Let's see. Maybe it's a good idea. Jaipur Dialogues already hosts an event every year, like a literary festival. We'll see what happens. Maybe we'll have one where P Gurus also can join. I have to talk to Sanjay ji, and I'm not sure I'm that big yet. Anyway, it's a good idea. Thank you. Next one. AZ wants to know: how long will this opposition unity last? Till the next election or till the monsoon session? Why everyone was not in the press conference?
Yes, that's a good question. We try to seek an answer, but I think the contradictions are too many. The contradictions are too many because even when Kharge was asked, who will be your leader, he says, no, that we will see. The further meetings, it will evolve. It will evolve. They are expecting some Darwinian theory to operate, in evolving a leadership. That is the survival of the fittest, or the fittest would survive. I do not know. This opportunity will remain. I mean, the so-called semblance of this unity, but the devil is in detail, sir. When you come to each, because what they have decided, they are not going to have any national level seat sharing arrangement, because that they have decided that that's too complicated and that will create a lot of problems. So they are going to leave it to states, and all these actual seat adjustments will issues will be taken up when the elections are actually announced. That will be sometime in the last week of February or mid-February next year.
Subramanian Vishwanathan wants to know, what's the objective of Congress? Weaken BJP from majority, weaken center with a cocktail of parties, and indulge in large-scale scams?
I think you said it, Subramaniam sir. Definitely, they want to prevent BJP from getting a comfortable majority, to reduce the numbers. So the whole idea is if they can bring down the numbers, then they feel that is automatically convert into a mandate for themselves. But then when you work on a negative agenda, I don't think you have some great ideas to work upon on the ground.
Next question, please. Vijay Kumar Srivastava wants to know, one share in 1,000 CR. Rahul Gandhi, the end Congress shaking hands with Arvind Kejriwal. Your view, sir?
Well, they did shake hands yesterday in Bengaluru, and we are also told by some insiders that they did exchange some pleasantries inside. But what a
How
turn
was your
for...
flight? Good. How was your flight? Good. Is that pleasantry, sir?
No, sir, the return flight of Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi had to make a landing in Bhopal last evening because of weather conditions.
Oh.
So the flights there were some problems. Now, but people are digging out old videos of Arvind Kejriwal where, he had the kind of remarks he had made about the Congress, about everybody. Those are again back in circulation, reminding us as to how these foes turned friends can anytime again turn foes.
Next question, please. Satyanarayanan wants to know, India is a good acronym for UPI alliance. Would it help them against BJP, especially if you consider how devastatingly it could be memed about against BJP?
Well, even yesterday itself, the problem is from the rank and file of these parties themselves. They said, how do we explain this? Because India is Bharat is the popular one. But this is India. How do you explain what, sir? If you have, there was nothing wrong, because if it's about alliance, then there was nothing wrong with that United Progressive Alliance. It was perfect. Or if you wanted to drop United, call it Progressive Democratic Alliance. Would have been, that was one name that was considered. But with this new name, I think they were so impressed with Rahul's idea, they didn't think about how to go about popularizing it.
I heard that it was Mamata's idea, sir. I don't know.
Sir, Congress people they won't credit Mamata so easily, though they are forced to shake hands at the national level. But I am told that it is Rahul's idea, and
I
Mamata liked
see.
it. Mamata liked it. Khub bhalo.
Dr. Chetan, thank you so much. I suggest Bharat, Bha for Bhartiya-R-RashtriyaA-Alliance-Together for NDA. I suggested it on my Twitter.
Dr. Chetan, BJP would avoid the charge of being a copycat. They said it because they changed the name, now they want to change NDA name. Because I don't think they will immediately effect any change. The change would be strategy on the ground. That will be more, that is how the Modi and his team would look at, changing the strategy as to fix these people in their own places.
Very true. Shmati, thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Chetan. 5 dots is breaking India into 5 parts. BJP should pick up this.
Good idea, I think. A good suggestion for the BJP managers.
Mano Efsan wants to know, how will this 5 dots coalition avoid the same fate as Mahagathbandhan? How will they project their PM candidate?
Sir, they are repeatedly telling themselves and even us that you don't need a PM candidate. That is not the issue. People, we will have to talk about how to get rid of this government, how to get rid of Prime Minister Modi. That they keep on saying that. I mean, there is no mincing of words. So they are avoiding this because this is the most difficult question. And if you had to start with this question, you will end up in nowhere. So they don't want to talk about it. Or even, sir, when they are avoiding discussing seats, sharing of seats at the national level, you can imagine the kind of problems each party is confronted with. There are a lot of problems. It's not easy. And in Bengal, Mamata will not elect more than, say, 1 or 2 seats for the Congress. I do not know what is her attitude is going to be towards left parties. Now that she is saying, Sitaram and Raja taking their name, previously those names would never come out from her mouth, except when she wants to abuse the left parties. But today she is willing to take their name. Sir, but this also goes to show that somewhere they are scared. Mamata is also scared. Arvind Kejriwal is scared. Otherwise, Aam Aadmi Party was born as an alternative to Congress. Later, they wanted to show they can be alternative to the BJP. That is why he went to Gujarat. That's why he contested a number of assembly elections. Now to be the same class. Sir, I have a thing, sir. Whoever joins the Congress, the future is doomed sooner or later. We have seen what happened to TDP. We saw what happened to JDS. We have seen what happened to Charan Singh when he took the Congress help to displace Morarji Desai. We have seen what happened to Chandrasekhar government. We have seen what happened to Deve Gowda as well as Inder Kumar Gujarat's government between 96 and 98. Sir, Congress is for Congress, all these opposition unity is a stopgap arrangements. It's very clear. I mean, they had even a Panchmalli resolution, sir, in 98, which said forest coalition is a compulsion. And that is what Prime Minister picked up yesterday and said, look, for them it may be a compulsion to fight us. But forest coalition is cooperation. Forest coalition is an expansion. Because BJP will never allow a situation they are dependent on allies. Because they have tasted the NDA one, Vajpayee was dependent on some very recalcitrant allies. Between 98 and 99, then 99 to 2004. And among them, Mamata was one of them. So they would always want BJP to be on its own, stand on its own legs, get a majority on its own, and then you have allies for expansion and for a larger footprint across India.
Sir, I want to jog your memory. How many of these people quit their ministry posts as part of NDA when the Godhra incident happened, sir?
None, sir. Nobody resigned on Godhra.
I think this guy quit. Nitish Kumar quit. Ram Vilas Paswan quit.
No. Nitish did not quit on that, sir. He didn't quit on Godhra. He quit after an accident. And then he was back after some time because he came back as an agriculture minister.
He was railways, right?
Yeah, he was railways, but he didn't quit on that immediately after Godhra. He quit after an accident took place.
I see.
I don't recall exactly which accident it was. A number of lives were lost.
I thought Ram Vilas Paswan quit. Viewers, you can jog my memory.
No, nobody quit, sir. Nobody quit for Godhra. It was all afterthoughts later and all that because Nitish came back as agriculture minister. Mamata quit on another issue, that is on Coffin Gate involving George Fernandez, and later she came back.
Interesting. Next question, please. Arvind Gopalan wants to know, ED has aadi pandigai at Ponmudi's residence, but I'm wondering why, despite the official announcement of financial crimes, ED hasn't arrested him. His arrest in the offing.
Sir, arrest, they have to only show arrest because an arrest is fully effected, if they have already collected evidence because that is something waiting to happen, but definitely it's a legal process that would be completed. Definitely it would be completed.
Next question, please. Vinay Dhotre wants to know, by discussing more of the probables, are we not giving more ideas to the 5-dot oppositions?
What ideas can they pick up from our conversation, sir? They are bereft of ideas anyway, and all that they are hoping. This is a lot of it is pinned on a hope that there will be a situation where Modi loses popularity, BJP loses popularity, BJP loses seats and goes down the drain. This is entirely a hope on somebody's fall. They are waiting for somebody to throw the banana peel and for the BJP to slip. But that as a strategy, I don't think, sir, it will work because these fighting elections are when it comes to fighting elections, one, you have to get a very strong narrative. Now, are we seeing a strong narrative after Bangalore meeting? I doubt it. Accepting whatever has been said about Prime Minister Modi or about the BJP rule has already been said. There is nothing new they have added. Number two, is there a particular strategy that they have evolved? Because they are not even willing to talk about putting up one candidate against all, against one opposition candidate like BJP. Even that is not, because the more micro it gets, the problems come. That's why they are not talking of any seat adjustments or seat agreement. So there are a lot of issues. Perhaps some may be sorted out or some will be pushed under the carpet.
Next question, please. Rajendra Dubey wants to know, Nitish is not happy with new title. Will they change it again?
No, sir. After it has been endorsed by none other than their prime ministerial candidate, the unsaid prime ministerial candidate, I don't think they will change it, because they have to now push this up. And we are seeing already Twitter war breaking out between the Congress leaders and the BJP leaders on this.
That brings us to a close, I think. Oh no, there's one more question. Anu Kavita wants to know, sir, don't you think Congress is too cool for 2024? Looks like they feel that they will win elections like Karnataka.
Yeah, there is that kind of sense of a feeling that, well, BJP will lose. Probably that mood will be set after these assembly elections in all these states, that is Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Telangana. I mean, that will further determine as to, because that can affect both parties. I mean, one can't say that BJP, if the BJP doesn't do well in Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan or in Chhattisgarh, it will have an impact. It will definitely have an impact on BJP. But similarly, if BJP wins also, it will have an impact. It will take further steam out of the opposition campaign.
Thank you very much, Shekhar ji. Viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. And also, we'll be back with Shekhar Iyer ji on Saturdays at 10 p.m. at night. And we will pick up this political dialogue, commentary, and analysis. Please do tune in for that. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. We've also got P Guru's Hindi that we would like you to subscribe to. And Shekhar ji, his Twitter handle is Shekhar Iyer 9. I would suggest you follow him on Twitter, because he does tweet during the day. So do I, with Sri Iyer 1 and P Guru's 1. We put out about 10 articles every day. So we urge you to follow us on Twitter, because you get notified of all these things. Thank you once again, sir. Namaskar.
Thanks very much, sir. Namaskar.